Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Does It Suck? And today we're doing a little bit of a blast from the past because we found in a time capsule, and by time capsule I mean a box of forgotten products, the hardcore torque loader. Now this was sitting in a box for who knows how long, probably years, and when we found it, we decided to do a Does It Suck on it. So what's the deal with this thing right here? There were a couple different versions of the torque loader back in the day. This one is the loudmouth version with the 440 motor. That just means that it's got a bigger tray and a bigger motor. It is capable of feeding 30 balls per second apparently, and it was one of the first loaders to have a toolless teardown, so you can actually take the thing apart without tools, which theoretically is pretty cool. It's got a little on switch on the back, and then it's got this reverse switch, so if you had a jam, you just hold that button, it's gonna reverse the direction of the tray and hopefully clear your jam. What it doesn't have is any kind of a ball sensor or eyes or anything like that. So this thing's either on and feeding or it's off and it's not. Anyone who's used a loader like this is gonna know that that's really annoying, like next level annoying. There's a reason most loaders come with a ball sensor of some kind nowadays. But is that enough to make it suck, I wonder? So we're gonna take it to the testing range, we're gonna put it on something that can shoot fast, and we're gonna try it out, and we're gonna see, is there a reason that somebody stashed this in a box and then forgot about it for years, or is it actually kind of cool? So let's go figure that out. All right, so we have thrown our torque loader onto a Planet Eclipse G-Tech, and we're gonna take it for a spin. So, safety first, as always. Turn the hopper on. Now it's just going, making noise. Let's see how she goes. Okay, not bad. So, throw some more in there, not too bad. All right, so that is all she wrote. Well, if you guys didn't notice that, there was a few times that the hopper is just definitely not keeping up with the marker. The marker can just shoot faster than this thing can feed. And there was a few times where I had to basically tilt it up to get the balls that were still in the nose of the hopper to actually go into the feeding tray. So we're gonna go back to the studio and we're gonna come to our final verdict on the torque loader. So that was interesting, I guess. It's not terrible, but unfortunately I'm definitely gonna have to put it into the suck category. Like they say it feeds 30 balls a second. I don't really believe that. It seemed to have a hard time keeping up with nowhere close to that. Also, you kind of have to shake it every once in a while to get it to feed properly. Again, that's not the worst thing in the world, but the thing that is the worst thing in the world is the fact that it doesn't have eyes or a ball sensor. So it's just always going. And on top of that being really annoying, that's gonna chew through your batteries like super, super fast, unless you're actually like turning it on, shooting, turning it off again, which no one's gonna do, you know that. So yeah, this thing sucks. This thing kind of sucks. The thing that makes it even more sucky is supposed to be one of its features. It's that whole toolless teardown thing. Yes, it is a toolless teardown. That is true. They are not lying. But getting it back together again, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna show you, or attempt to show you. Rather than just tell you about what a nightmare this is, let's actually show you the nightmare. So in order to separate the shell of the loader, there are two little push buttons inside of it that you have to press down on both at the same time. So once you've pressed down on the buttons, oh, there we go. One half of the shell will come off. You can remove the lid like that. And then the entire tray should just lift out just like that. Remove the little feed tube thingy for easy cleaning, and there you go. It's disassembled, just like that. As for reassembly, you're gonna do everything you just did in the opposite order. So you're gonna put the tray back in, just like that. That should be fine. Got your lid. And then you take the other half of the shell, line it all up, and hope for the best. Come on. There we go. And she's back together, just like that. Now, I made that look decently easy, but I've had a lot of practice at it by this point. It is toolless, but I wish it wasn't. It's kind of fiddly to get it all back together, and it's not more convenient because of how fiddly it is. So honestly, if I could just take it apart with a screwdriver, I probably would. So kind of a swing and a miss on the toolless teardown thing. I guess some people maybe have more practice at it and can do it just fine. I found it awkward and fiddly, and I don't really like awkward, fiddly things. So definitively not a huge fan of the torque loader. So nice try, but yeah. So if you guys have other suggestions on what you think we should cover for our next Does It Suck, or any video for that matter, you should leave them in the comments below. And give us a like and a subscribe, why don't you? And of course, thanks for watching.